Question: would you like to hear about a wild story of a question that a neighbor years and years ago asked me? I could never forget it. And it involves dishes in the sink. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Be right back. Hey, good morning. Good morning. This is Jan from New York City, and I love to help people keep some more of their own hard earned money. Hey, thanks so much for being here. I hope that everybody's doing well. I had a question at the top of the show about a story that actually happened. This was about, I would say, in about the year 2012. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So a very, very sweet, lovely person that I know. I guess they're still around. I don't talk to them as much as I used to, but we were on a drive. We were driving down to another state to visit a mutual friend, and my mom also was part of the trip. So we went down together, and mom and I were sitting in the back, and she and her husband were sitting up front. And the craziest question was posed by this sweet person, and it really kind of astonished me astoundingly. It was just really, really crazy. She said, I don't know, we were talking about this and that, household chores, general stuff, whatever. And all of a sudden, the subject came up about dishes in the sink. And she says, you know how it is, when you have like scraped on food sitting in the sink for a few days. My mom and I, we elbowed each other like, we looked at each other like, wow, few days. I'm sorry, sweet neighbor and friend. That never was an option in my life. But apparently, shockingly, and I'm not dismissing my sweet friend, but I guess in her life, it was just a normal thing to keep dishes in the sink or pots and pans for a few days. This is a professional person, and sometimes dishes in the sink are not as important to some people. Now, for me, one of the reasons is, well, we always cleaned up as we went along. That's something my mother did, something I learned, something I passed along to my family. You just to me, it is so much faster. It is so much easier. And what was reminiscent about it was this very morning. Now I'm recording this a week earlier, okay? So I'm recording this literally on Monday, the 20th of February, but you're not going to get to hear it till something like the end of the month, 28th, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Because this is how I operate. I like to do things, if not early, ahead of time. So I was like sitting there this morning at my literal breakfast. I just had, I was craving eggs because ironically, my egg video was up that morning. It says, hey, I want some eggs. So I says, okay, I'm going to make some eggs. I'm sitting there with my coffee and eating my eggs. And then, you got to clean up after you eat. That's how it works. And I said to myself, why would anybody want to keep dirty, messy pots, pans? And this person was actually, to be actually descriptive, was referring to, like, let's say a tray of baked ziti or lasagna. She used a real pan. And when I make those, I'm not going to lie to you, 99% of the time I do it in an aluminum foil tray. I might get one or two uses out of it, and then I'm done. There's no such concerns. But I was just really surprised. So I'm sitting there after I finish my eggs, and of course there goes the bird. Hello, bird. Good morning, birds. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, they're so cute. Anyway, I'm sitting there, about to jump up to immediately clean a pan. I asked myself, why would anyone want to procrastinate this? Because here's the deal. Here's how it works. And probably many people realize it. Sometimes people are tired. I get the tired factor. I do get it. Or sometimes people are like dashing out the door. But to me, it is so much faster. Take that scrambled egg pan for a second. I cleaned it up quickly. That job was cleaned out, done in a matter of seconds. Seconds. Now, if I had said, "Oh, let me just leave it as is, and then go back to it in a few hours," it wouldn't be as easy, and it would take a lot more work and a lot harder. And then for anyone that likes to say, "Well, I'm gonna soak." I now don't get me wrong, I do at times soak my stuff. Like if I have a bunch of dishes, put it in the sink, soak it up, and very warm, sudsy water for a period of time, never overnight. The period of time that I'm talking about is probably within 15 to 20 minutes. And then I get right back on that and clean that up right away. Now, how many folks out there have ever woken up to a sink full of dirty dishes after a big party? Now, in that case, on rare occasion, I can understand if that happens. Let's say the party ends at 1 o'clock in the morning and the hostess is too tired, literally. And at the very least, they're soaking the stuff to go into the dishwasher the next day to be done right away. But people that do this out of habit, in my opinion, they think they're saving work. In my opinion, I think they're giving themselves a lot more work. And it's a little bit harder, if not a lot harder. I was just very, very surprised that that question ever came up. Okay, how about you? Have you ever woken up to a sink full of dirty dishes and said, "Oh no"? In my opinion, see, here's actually besides my opinion, it has been factually proven that the way you wake up and the way you see things the first 20 minutes of the day can really determine how the remainder of your morning is going to go, if not the entire day. So, in my mind's eye, to wake up, get up, forget the fact that there were dirty dishes in the sink, like from dinner, not even from a party. And that's a rare occasion. And I've never done it personally. So, I've never done that. It was always taken care of. That's me. I don't let parties go to 1 o'clock in the morning anyway. So, there. But can you imagine how awful a person must, in my opinion, must feel looking at a sink full of dirty dishes waking up upon arrival of just starting the day? But it is not just my opinion. It has been backed up. It's been backed up and proven that the way a person perceives their morning is the way the rest of the day goes. So let's say a person sees that sink full of dirty dishes, which could have been probably all done, even with the pots and the pans in it, could have all been done in a matter of minutes. Okay. So they start their day negatively, overwhelmed, like, "Oh, I got to face this sink of dirty dishes. Oh, I should have done it the night before." So let me give some tips and tricks. Okay. Number one, use a good dish soap. Okay. That liquid dish soap that reminds me of the name of Money Mom. Hey, Money Mom, if you're listening, your name does come in handy for many shows. So if you use that dish liquid, which in my opinion is the best, use a drop. Okay. So right after the meal, immediately, this is my process. I take off as much as I can, firstly, with a wet piece of paper towel. Then I just go over the surfaces before I even enter it into the sink. Then I put it into a hot, sudsy dish pan. I let it sit there. I don't let it go beyond 10 minutes. I'm still doing other stuff related to cleaning up. Then I immediately wash them, rinse them, get rid of them. I do not have a dishwasher here, but when I had a dishwasher in the past, always, always right away taken care of. Have you ever noticed sometimes people use their dishwasher as their dish storage area? I get that, and it's actually not a bad idea sometimes, but when you find yourself that you keep washing the already clean dishes, that could be expensive and time consuming. So it's a good idea to empty it out every once in a while. I was just wondering, is there anything that you may know of or heard of that some people do that because they procrastinated, because they didn't work as they go along, actually cost them more time, effort, and energy? Putting off simple matters like washing a quick frying pan or dishes right away can really cost you in the future. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I hope I've given some little entertainment here, a little edutainment here. Please let me know what you like this video. It might be fun for someone else to listen to it, but I really need for you to do this. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Take good care. Bye bye.